Welcome to Santa Clarita. Welcome to WordPress Santa Clarita, WordCamp online here in the Santa Clarita Valley. Hello, world. Code is definitely poetry here today. I wanted to welcome you. I wanted to find out where in the world you're coming to us from. The great thing about an online camp is that you can join us from anywhere in the world. I see someone here is from India. Great. I see Florida. Wow, this is incredible. What's in a name? Tom Smith, Steve Harvey, Joseph Dixon, Sumner Davenport, Adam Warner. The very first people to walk through the door at the Old Town Library in Newhall for our very first meetup was Tom Smith and Steve Harvey. I went through my slide deck, and at the very end of the slides, there was a mention of a bullet point that said, host a WordCamp in Santa Clarita. That was 2 years ago. And the amazed look on the faces of Steve and Tom, they were thinking, what is this guy talking about? I'm here for a meetup, let alone what's a WordCamp anyway? They were there, they were supported, they were there at the very first one. And they listened to me and my crazy visions for Santa Clarita and WordPress. About a year ago, we hosted WordCamp Santa Clarita for the very first time. In less than a year and a half, which is an amazing feat. And the very first person to submit a speech for a presentation was Joseph Dixon. I'd known Joseph Dixon from seeing him at various WordCamps. He's an incredibly nice developer, a nice guy. And he immediately sent in a presentation when I asked him directly. That's the beauty of WordPress. The community is so giving. I went to the West Hills meetup about 2 months before WordCamp Santa Clarita, when we were at the request of one of our organizers, Sean Conklin. I went there to see a speaker specifically, who I heard was very dynamic. It was Sumner Davenport. She was presenting a topic on accessibility, and it knocked my socks off. It actually inspired one of the speeches that I presented at a WordCamp. The incredible thing about that is that I talked to her, she came and spoke at our WordCamp, and she was so inspired by the WordCamp and WordPress experience that she's now on our organizing team. WordPress is truly amazing. About a year ago, February, I was asked to speak on a panel regarding the WordPress community at WordCamp Phoenix. It was a workshop where sponsors, meetup organizers, WordCamp organizers all sat in a room and talked about how to improve the process, reach our audiences better, get more involvement from our audiences. And I'll never forget how nice Adam Warner, one of the sponsors here today from GoDaddy Pro, was to me. He said so many kind words that inspired me, because at times we get a little down when our audience in our meetup is a few folks, or we think we want to try something and it's not as successful as we want. And the kind, encouraging words kept me going. I hope today for you, WordCamp does that for you. I had an incredible story on how I got back into the WordPress community. For those of you that know, and you probably heard ad nauseum my speech on how I got back into the WordPress community. 3 years ago, I had a heart event. I had 2 100% blocked arteries, and I had to take a leave of absence from my day job at Metro in Los Angeles. During a 3-month period when I was trying to recover, and again, the amazing thing was that I was broken down to zero. I couldn't get out of the bed without possibly passing out. And as I was recovering and learning to walk again and getting my stamina, I decided to focus on things that I truly loved. And a few years earlier, I had gotten into the WordPress community, and we get into the daily grind of our jobs. And I had slowly become a little too distant from WordPress. But the thing that drew me in, I said, I'm going to get back into the WordPress community. And I went to my very first meetup. And at that very first meetup, Adam Silver and Steve Harvey were there talking about WordCamp Los Angeles and asking for volunteers. I had never been to a meetup before. I had been to WordCamps before, but I've never volunteered. So I said, I'm going to do that. I went up and volunteered. And that particular moment changed everything. And it leads me here today. I'm here representing the Santa Clarita WordPress community, and it's growing. We're brand new. We're enthusiastic. We have a great team of organizers. We're all hardworking, and we want to put on a great show for you today. But first, I have to do the awards thing. I have to thank a lot of sponsors, so bear with me. I have to thank a lot of the people that made today possible. I want to thank our organizing team. We're small, but we're very fierce. Sean Conklin, Scott Damon, Sumner Davenport, Shaza Roberts, Tangi Brown Simpson, and all the other folks that have helped throughout both of our WordCamps, our volunteers, our moderators, our mentors, who are going to make today's experience for you a great one. I wanted to thank my mentors from the WordPress Foundation. Courtney PK brought me into the meetup community. Cami Chaos was my mentor for this particular WordCamp, and she was awesome. I wanted to thank Ian Dunn at WordPress as well for helping out on the technical side. I'm sure I bothered him and pestered him with a load of questions, but hopefully today the experience with this live stream will be great for you, no matter where you are in the world. I also wanted to give a special shout out to Dave Bianchi. He's one of our most consistent meetup attendees. Ron Amick, and all the volunteers who are helping today. And if I don't mention your name, know that we care about you. Another incredible thing that we had 2 folks from the WordCamp Kent team volunteer to help today. And I wanted to give them a special shout out. Dave Bertoli and Megan Rose, thank you so much. And I know that your event in May is going to be awesome. I also wanted to thank Blaze Streaming, who's putting on today's event and putting on an incredible live stream performance for you. Working with Kimberly has been amazing, and it's been a great process, a great learning experience. And I hope that the lessons we learned here today, we can pass on to WordCamps in the future and make those as successful as possible. I wanted to thank our global sponsors, without whom this wouldn't be possible. They make the WordCamp experience very enjoyable. As you can see in the background, I have loads of swag from all the WordCamps I've been to, and I have lots of questions, and they always seem to answer them with a smile. So today, make sure you stop in their sponsor booths and say hello. BlueHost, GoDaddy, and GreenGeeks are here specifically. So make sure you stop in and say hello to them. I also want to thank Jetpack, WooCommerce, and Liquid Web for being global sponsors. Now I'm going to hand it over to our sponsors for a word that they'd like to share with you about today's event. It's very special. Take a look. Good morning, Adam. How are you?
I'm well, Joe. Good morning to you.
On behalf of the Santa Clarita WordPress community, I'd like to thank GoDaddy Pro for being a global sponsor for all the camps and all that you do for the WordPress community. To start off the day, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and highlight GoDaddy's role in the WordPress community?
Sure. Well, my name is Adam Warner. I'm a longtime WordPress guy. I found the platform in 2005 and through the years have dug into various things. I tried to be a theme creator, and it turns out I have no design sense. I tried to be a plugin developer. It turns out I can't code my way out of a wet paper bag. So I found my niche in teaching people WordPress, and then that expanded through the years into creating a plugin business with a partner, working for various brands as an ambassador. And today I'm the global field marketing senior manager for GoDaddy. And what that really means is that I manage our global WordPress sponsorship or WordCamp sponsorship and all of our WordCamp and other WordPress related events.
All right, so tell us a little bit about GoDaddy services in relation to WordCamps. What do you have coming up?
Sure. So I'm on the GoDaddy Pro team, and GoDaddy Pro is a sub-brand of GoDaddy, but it's also the name of our tool. So GoDaddy Pro is a tool for people who are actively managing sites for their clients. So typically, let's say you would have 5 or 10 or 50 or 100 clients, and you would offer maintenance or care programs for their sites to run WordPress core updates, plugin updates, theme updates, backups, security scans, uptime monitoring, all the things. GoDaddy Pro allows you to add those sites and those clients into one unified dashboard. So you can manage all of your client sites in one spot instead of logging into individual WordPress sites to run all of those tasks that need to be done on a regular basis. And the best part is you can do that in bulk. So you can tag as many plugin or theme updates as you want and update multiple sites with just a few clicks instead of going into each individual one.
Oh, that's very convenient. Awesome. Awesome. We all know that we've all had to make a shift because of COVID-19. How does this affect GoDaddy Pro's efforts in the WordPress community moving forward?
Well, it's been a wild ride, I'll say that. So my whole life for the last almost 5 years has been traveling to various events, and beginning with WordCamp Asia, there was the grumblings starting in late January about COVID and what that meant for that event specifically. And that event, as we know, ended up getting postponed. And it was the first one in our space to get postponed. And then after that, it was like dominoes across the event space, not just WordCamps themselves. So for my role and what I do, my whole life is the WordPress community. I'm a part of it. I'm lucky enough to be able to work in it every day. So as far as events goes, I've offered our help to pivot to virtual almost immediately because we want to continue to engage our friends and peers in the WordPress community, and not only engage them, that's a kind of a corporate way to say it, but to help them continue to succeed by providing their clients with tools and services that they can continue to use in this climate. So a lot of our pros, we call them, that use the GoDaddy Pro platform, but basically means they're managing and creating sites for clients, have seen a decline in business because many of their clients are brick and mortar stores where they have maybe just a brochure type site. But now what we're starting to see and what we've been very focused on is helping our partners, our pros, pivot and helping them to pivot their clients into e-commerce if it's applicable. So in terms of the COVID-19 response, we've done a lot of things and reduced prices on some things. We gave 2 months free. We waived the costs for the GoDaddy Pro Premium add-ons. And as a company, as a whole, GoDaddy, we've started the openwestand.org website, which is where we're partnering with other businesses to create a bit of a movement to reduce pricing and offers for people in the digital space. So we partnered with Salesforce, with Slack, with PayPal, and every day we're adding new partners there. So the Open We Stand movement, I'm happy to say, is one that has been very beneficial to our customers and our customers' customers.
And the URL is just .com?
It's openwestand.org.
Got it. Perfect. And we'll share that on the website as well. And again, we thank you for all that you do. Tell us about what you're going to be doing today. I see you have a great background. That's your
so we've been having a little fun with our virtual event space. This is our booth. This is typically what you would see as a physical WordCamp. This is a bit of a larger one. This was from WordCamp US last year. So we will be staffing our virtual sponsor booth. We're there to answer any questions you may have, anything regarding WordPress, web design, web development, GoDaddy products specifically, and we're basically there to help and to be part of the community. And we'll also be doing a giveaway, as we always do. We like to have a little fun, and that will come in the form of sharing your screenshot selfie. So when you come into our Zoom room, you will see several of us there, and if you take a screenshot of your screen and tweet that according to the simple directions we'll have, you'll be entered to win a $200 Amazon gift card.
Oh, that sounds great. And I know personally, I met you through a booth, and you've always been awesome to me. I remember being on Contributor Day on a panel that was talking about community, and I'll always remember how nice you were to me.
Oh, well, thank you.
How welcoming you were at the hallway track. So today, for our attendees, make sure you go in and check out Adam's group. How many folks are going to be in there with you, and who can they expect to see?
We'll have some rolling staff there. We'll have GoDaddy internal people on the community team. We'll have some of our GoDaddy Pro ambassadors, which are people that work daily with clients in the space and use our GoDaddy Pro tool to show how that tool works and answer any questions specific to that. So to answer your question, there will probably be at least 5 or 6 of us on a rotating schedule throughout the day.
Yeah. And that's some incredible value too. Just imagine if you have a question and you're at home, wherever you are in the world, and you're tuning into our camp, just go in and check out your group and ask a question, and they'll get an answer.
Yeah. And Joe, can I just say one more thing? Thank you for saying those very kind words about me. I appreciate that. And that's validation for me that I'm in the right space and doing the right thing. And it's something I've always tried to focus on. When I found WordPress, the platform, like all of us, when we first started, I knew nothing. And it was amazing to me that this open source community was so open with their knowledge and sharing and helping everybody along. And there's a real sense that it's not a competition, especially now. I work for GoDaddy and GoDaddy Pro, and as brands, if someone is new to WordCamps or the WordPress space, you will notice in our virtual events and in our physical events, we're all friends. We're all there for the benefit of each other, to share knowledge back and forth and to contribute to the WordPress project as a whole, because it really is about democratizing publishing and bringing this tool to people who may otherwise not have a voice. So it seems I'm doing the right thing. So I'm just trying to pay it forward. So thank you.
Oh, you definitely are. And like I said, that's what attracted me to the community, and it makes me want to give back as an organizer. I started as a volunteer, so it's all cyclical. So we all give back. So I really appreciate what you do. All right. So any last words that you want to leave us with? Oh, by the way, one other thing. To participate in the contest, you said you just take a selfie and you just tweet it. Tell us again how they get involved with that.
Yeah. So when you come into our Zoom room, we'll have the directions posted in the chat, and we'll keep doing that. But basically, think of it if you were at a physical event and you were to take a selfie with us in front of our booth. It's the same concept. You're just taking a screenshot on your screen of that and then tweeting that out with tagging at GoDaddy Pro, the hashtag WCSKV for the event, and hashtag makers of the web, because that is kind of our overarching community of web designers and developers. But we'll have all that specified when you come into the Zoom room.
Oh, perfect. All right. So with that, have a great day, Adam, and we'll see you around at the hallway track. And thanks for stopping in.
Can't wait, Joe. Thanks for the time, and I will see you around the camp.
All right. Thanks. I'm here with Bre McDede, BlueHost Senior Event Specialist. Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome to Santa Clarita. I've seen you around at so many camps, and the great thing about BlueHost is you're always there. I know I met at my very first WordCamp in Chicago that I spoke at. When I came off stage, I met Michelle Thomas, who was speaking, and for the next 3 camps, we were on the same docket, and we became besties. And I would always come over, and BlueHost would always be so welcoming. So welcome to Santa Clarita.
Thank you so much for having me. BlueHost is super excited to be a part of this camp. This will be the second virtual camp that we'll have participated in. We're really excited to see how this new system kind of plays out. So very happy to be here.
Well, we're glad to have you. So why don't you first tell us a little bit about you and what you do with BlueHost and what BlueHost brings to the average WordPress customer.
Definitely. So as Joe said, my name is Bre McDede. Everybody just kind of calls me Bre, though. I am the Senior Event Specialist for BlueHost. So what that kind of entails is I handle communication between the WordPress community and organizers and BlueHost. I attend WordCamps all over the country, sometimes the world. Unfortunately, due to the state of the world right now, we can't be in person, but that doesn't mean that I'm not going to be here. So I'm still here, ready and willing to talk to you all. In addition to me, we'll have Devin Sears, who's the field marketing manager in the BlueHost
Always there. Awesome.
as well. Yes, Devin's always there. We'll also have some more technical people on standby who can hop in the room if you have any questions about your website. So, BlueHost, our involvement here is to sort of help you if you have any questions. We're here to talk to you about WordPress, BlueHost. We have a variety of hosting options that are good for your average customer, including optimized WordPress hosting. So come in and talk to us about it.
Awesome. So in terms of the types of questions you'll handle, so depending on if they're new to BlueHost or if they're an advanced user, they can come to you with any kind of question and you'll be there.
Absolutely.
Awesome. All right. You're a Gold Cup sponsor, which means you're one of the best sponsors out there. You're always there for the WordPress community. Yes. Very nice. All right. What are you doing in relation to COVID-19? I know that's sort of changed everyone's world and we're all staying at home now. How has it changed how BlueHost approaches WordCamps and WordPress in general?
Yeah, definitely. So we are a Gold Cup sponsor of WordCamp Santa Clarita, and we're really happy to be. We're also a global sponsor for all WordCamps, which means that we contribute to every WordCamp worldwide, usually just with a financial contribution. But, we try to send a team or speakers to as many camps as we can. So, in response to COVID-19, BlueHost has been focused on providing informational content that's beneficial to individuals and small businesses who are adjusting to staying at home. We've been publishing blogs, webinars, and Instagram lives and Twitter chats to get people involved during this uncertain time. BlueHost, in regards to WordPress, we're very passionate. We're very involved. That's my cat's tail.
For a minute, I thought that was a skunk. I was like, that's a very interesting pet, but.
Oh, no, just my cat. It's very fluffy. But, so we're very involved in the WordCamp community and we're very dedicated to making that known. Last year alone, we attended over 30 camps and we had over 40 speaking opportunities within the company. So, we have a specialized team of WordPress core developers. We often contribute to the marketing, hosting, and community initiatives. Our passionate employees also lead WordPress meetups, and we've been on organizing teams for WordCamps all over the country. So we just want people to know that we're here for you during this time, like we've always been here for you.
Oh, great. And I know you mentioned Twitter chats, and I've been involved in those in the past, and there's always so awesome. Do you have a schedule of those, or how can people find out more about those in the upcoming Twitter chats?
Julie Archer, our social media manager, she usually posts about them about a week in advance. So we have been having them every week, at least for the past few weeks, and we will be having them for the next few weeks. So just check our Twitter. And you'll see if a Twitter chat is coming up, just on like the recent tweets. So, but it would be great if we had a schedule for those somewhere. So I'm going to see if we can get on that.
Oh, that would be awesome. Yeah. Like I said, I've participated in the past and they're always so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, that's one of the things when I think of BlueHost, I always think of a great Twitter presence and being there for the community.
Yeah. Julie does
and kudos to Julie. I always go back and forth with her. Is there anything else you'd like to share? I know you're going to be doing a little bit of yoga before WordCamp Santa Clarita.
Yes. So, yoga session is happening in the hour before the camp. And then we're also going to be having sort of like a set list of things. So like it's sort of like a choose your own adventure type deal. So if you come into the BlueHost room, you'll see a graphic and you can pick what you want to do. If you want to hear a joke, if you want to ask a question about your website, if you want to play a game. So sort of there's an option for people who want to maybe just, come in for the technical reason, or if they want to come in and chat and have fun with us. In addition to that, that's going to be happening all day. During the lunch hour, we're going to be having a pet hour. So if you want to hop into the room and show off your pets on your camera, then that would be awesome. We would love that. So during the lunch hour is our pet hour.
Oh, that's good. I'll make sure to share that as well. That's very exciting. I know most folks are used to seeing you at camps with the great television games and the great giveaway at the end, but this is going to be an awesome substitution. So again,
we're figuring it out, like what kind of is working for us during this time. So, this is the first time we're doing yoga and the games and the animal hours. So come, ask to hear a joke from us. They're probably not going to be good, so please give us a pity laugh. We hope that you'll stop by to say hi.
I think it'll be exciting for the backgrounds. I'm sure pets are going to appear in the virtual backgrounds that are such a part of the Zoom experience.
Yes.
I know for me, I usually do a morning walk with my meditation. So instead, I'm going to come to your virtual yoga session on Saturday.
Wonderful. We're so excited.
Cool. So again, thanks for being a part of WordCamp Santa Clarita, and we're so excited to have you here, and it's going to be a great day.
Thank you so much, Joe. Thank you to all the organizers of WordCamp Santa Clarita for hosting this great virtual event for everyone in the community, and we can't wait to talk to everybody.
Oh, great. See you then. So
Bye.
for folks that are here, BlueHost is going to have a link to their virtual hallway session, so make sure you stop in and say hello and bring your pet. I'm here with Marco from GreenGeeks. How are you?
Good, and you?
Good. I'm so thankful that GreenGeeks is a global sponsor and they're here. One of the awesome things about GreenGeeks is that our very first WordCamp, which was last year, GreenGeeks was the very first sponsor to come on location. So you always have a special place in my heart.
Oh,
so,
I did not know that one.
I'm so glad to have you here.
Okay,
Tell us a little bit about you, your title, and what you do for GreenGeeks and how GreenGeeks works with WordPress.
Okay, well, my name is Marco Berrocal. I work with partner relations in GreenGeeks, which is basically I get the cool title or job to go to different WordCamps and, network with attendees, organizers, sponsors, volunteers, and speakers. And when I am not in WordCamps, which is considerably now, I would say, because, it's come to a halt. I'm right now. We're trying to do some secret stuff. I can't tell you right now what we're doing. But we have plans for the future. Yeah, I mean this thing, this situation, the virus thing, has given you a new perspective about things that you can do in the meantime, while things go back to normal, so to speak. So we're making a few adjustments here and there with our partner relations program. It also about whatchamacallit. We want to work closer with fellow developers and WordPress enthusiasts all across the continent.
Awesome.
So yeah, that's pretty much what we're doing right now. And that's what I do when I'm not at WordCamps.
Oh, good. And talk to us a little bit about what you're going to be doing today in the hallway track. I know you're going to have a presence there. What can someone expect to get when they stop in the hallway track?
First, we're going to answer the question why we are green, and it's not because of our colors. People ask this a lot, what makes us green? The thing is, what sets us apart from different hosting companies is the fact that what we consume, we put that 3 times as much back into the grid in forms of renewable energy sources. The hosting company, I hate to admit this, but it's a polluting business. It's a polluting industry because of the servers that need to be up and running 24/7. And it's not so much the service per se, because they're getting better and better as time goes by, as far as efficiency is concerned. But it's the cooling of them that makes it so difficult. Electricity-wise. So we have a commitment, a social commitment, to put back what we consume back into the power grid by 3 times as much. So we are a hosting company. We have plans pretty much for everybody, from freelancers to agencies to affiliates to pretty much whatever you might need, we have it. So yeah, we get asked that a lot. What makes us green? And something that we have, and I miss it a lot, is our swag. I mean, our swag is pretty good. That is thanks to Anna and Trey.
Oh, great! And I work closely with them. They're here locally. I always see them, and I always love the shirts. So tell me a little bit about
the history of the shirt, the WAPU.
This guy. Well, you know what? That's this guy. Well, this is the shirt I have because I'm also an organizer out of San Jose, Costa Rica. And we literally told Trey to please have a commemorative shirt for WordCamp San Jose. So he spoiled us on that one. You know what? That's a really good question. His name is Specs, and we designed them a couple of years ago. I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago. But I wasn't working with GreenGeeks then, so I don't know the details about it. But he is our mascot, because when we speak in Slack and we agree on things, we kind of we respond with him. Like we put him up like as a response, like
he's a stamp over, he's like your
yeah. Like whenever someone says an announcement or something, we respond with the specs, like everybody understands, like everybody has read it and whatnot.
Well, I know what I'm going to do this weekend. I'm going to come to your hallway track booth and I'm going to ask for the history of that WAPU.
I'm going to have that.
He's in a unique setting every time, so I want to know the history, and I'm sure our teams want to know too.
I'm going to ask. I'll have it ready for you.
Awesome. So who's going to be at the hallway booth track? And
it's going to be me.
Okay.
It's going to be Anna. And I think Erica works with us. She also handles Latin American WordCamps, and it's probably going to be the three of us. Maybe Phil. I don't know. We haven't spoken to him yet, but it's mostly going to be me and Anna.
Okay. And then I've heard a little bit about something special that may be happening.
Well, yeah, we're going to give 2 Amazon gift cards worth $100 to 2 lucky participants who join us in our booth and want to be a part of it.
Okay, and we're going to share the link to your hallway track, and then
correct.
If there's any more information that they need, can they come to your Twitter feed or your website, or how are they going to?
Yeah, they can hook us on our Twitter feed, and we'll answer any questions, or even there at the booth. I mean, at the Santa Clarita booth, we'll answer any questions that we have. We have a free trial. We do migrations. Anything that you have hosting related, we will answer them right there and then.
I know what I went when I was at WordCamp San Antonio. I came in for that particular reason. So all of our attendees definitely go to GreenGeeks and say hello to Marco. All right. So thanks again. I'm so happy to have you here. I'm so glad that
we are actually, as a company, and we're really happy that you guys do these type of initiatives, because from a morale point of view, it's kind of hard to when everything unfolded, it was like, man, canceling and all the effort that went to it, and the fact you guys are still standing, it's really admirable, and we're really honored to be a part of that.
Thank you, and I'm so happy to have you there. And
yeah, you're happy
being a global sponsor.
How is your stress level?
Right now it's actually great.
Yeah.
The team, Blaze Streaming is doing an awesome job for us.
Okay.
In terms of the video product, and we're just so excited to be one of the first camps to go online. So we're going to be learning, but the awesome thing is that with partners like you, we're all in this together, and we're all going to make it work. So
very excited,
Marco.
Do you know you're going to be the first person who can give an honest, in-depth review about organizing a WordCamp online and physical?
Well, I appreciate that. I'm glad to be a guinea pig. I'm going to be working with WordCamp US. I'm on the programming team.
Okay. I hope to see you there.
The lessons I learned here, we're going to take them to the next camp. So,
all right.
Thanks again for being a part of it. And I'll see you throughout the day. All right. See you, Marco.
Great. Thanks again to our global sponsors for making this happen. We've got a few minutes before we get started with our first sessions of the day, but I'm going to quickly grab a little spot of tea. So take a quick break. We'll see you back at 9 a.m. sharp and get started. And once again, thanks for coming to Santa Clarita, and welcome to WordCamp.